रिकॉर्डिंग विल बी शेयर टू यू। अगर कोई पॉइंट छूट जाता है आप उसमें से देख सकते हो। नाउ फर्स्ट यू नो व्हाई अप्रैल मंथ सर्कुलर इज इम्पोर्टेंट। April month circular is important because all master circulars which will be in force, आगे आने वाले इस फाइनेंशियल ईयर के लिए जितने भी मास्टर सर्कुलर्स और मास्टर डायरेक्शंस फॉलो होने हैं उसे अप्रैल में ही आरबीआई इशू करता है। ओके, दैट्स व्हाई यू विल फाइंड दैट इसमें एनयूएलएम भी है, एनआरएलएम भी है, डे एनआरएलएम है। ठीक है, MCQs इसका PDF has been prepared but still not sharing because once we finish this thing उसके बाद हम सेशन केवल क्वेश्चन आंसर्स का ही करेंगे। वी विल स्टडी ओनली क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स देयर आफ्टर वंस वी फिनिश आवर जनरल बैंकिंग एंड अदर पोर्शंस। सो वी विल बी मूविंग एंड दिस विल बी नॉट ए कॉम्पिटिशन। दस आपको एक आइडिया देना है हाउ यू विल स्टडी। जहां पर जो भी चीज इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है आई हैव ऑलरेडी कोटेड। स्क्रीन इज विजुअल और नॉट टेल? स्क्रीन आपको दिखाई दे रहा है सूरज?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir.
ओके 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 ओके। See, this is the very first circular, master circular on board of directors of urban cooperative banks. This is not important, okay? But ये जानना जरूरी है कि बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स करता क्या है किसी बैंक का। डू यू नो व्हाट बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स डू? नॉट ओनली इन बैंक, कोई कंपनी में भी डायरेक्टर्स क्या करते हैं?
No, sir.
पॉलिसीज। ओके, किसी कंपनी का किसी बैंक का जो भी पॉलिसी होता है वो बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स ही बनाते हैं कि हमें किस तरह का लोन देना है, किस सेगमेंट में ज्यादा फोकस करना है, वेदर वी हैव टू गो फॉर हाउसिंग और वेदर यू हैव टू गो फॉर MSME दिस ईयर। This is all decided by board of directors. This is related to urban cooperative bank. This is not important. You may not study, but you want your enhance your knowledge. You may just have a look. Okay. Further, as per circular 31/12/2019, RBI issued this circular in 31/12/19. But urban cooperative banks with deposit size of 100 crore and above shall constitute board of management, which will also be a mandatory requirement for allowing such banks to expand their area of operations. Means ऐसे कोई भी urban cooperative banks, okay, with deposit size, no, that it is here, it is in the deposit size, not the business size, not the business size. Okay, only deposit size 100 crores and above, उनको बोर्ड फॉर्मेशन करना है। फर्दर earlier we have discussed which is important for tier based classification of urban cooperative banks. What is the tier 1 cooperative bank? Anyone can tell? Tier 1, how many tiers are there in cooperative banks? How many tiers in urban cooperative banks?
4, sir.
4. Very good, very nice. What is the tier 1?
Less than 100 crores.
What?
Deposit size of less than 100 crores.
Okay, yes, very good. Tell one question. The classification of urban cooperative banks is based on first, deposit size, business size, branch size, area size. Which size? Classification of urban cooperative banks as per RBI directions is based
Deposit,
on
sir. Deposit.
deposit size only. Total. How many tiers? Tier 1 to 4.
Yes,
Tier
sir.
1 is classifies up to 100
100
crores.
crores.
What do you mean by up to 100 crores? Up to 100 crores. Suppose an urban cooperative bank have a
99.999.
no.
100 crores also
That's why I
included.
asked. Yes, up to 100 means up to exactly up to 100. Okay.
Okay.
More than 100 means
100,
100
101.1.
plus. Not exactly 0.12 anything,
Okay.
but 100 plus. Okay. Up to 100 means exact up to 100 crores. Okay. It is
Okay.
how it is classified: 100 crores, 1000 crores, 10,000 crores,
10
and
10,000 plus.
10,000. Okay.
Okay.
There is a role function of directors, risk management committee. This is not, this is for your knowledge. If you are just going for some scale 4, scale 5 interview or any other places, or just for your knowledge, because one thing, this is not only most of points will resemble with commercial banks. Why? Because urban cooperative banks are also now regulated with as per norms of commercial banks. Why? Earlier they were not in such purview of regulation. पहले अर्बन कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स रेगुलेशन में नहीं थे, बट नाउ दीज आर इन रेगुलेशन जस्ट बिकॉज फेलियर ऑफ कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स. यू सी ज्यादातर तो महाराष्ट्र के ही आपको मिलेंगे जो ज्यादातर आरबीआई या तो लाइसेंस कैंसिल कर रहा है, आइदर आरबीआई इज कैंसिलिंग द लाइसेंस और विड्रॉल लिमिट. ओके, दिस इज द सिग्नल ऑफ फेलियर. ओके, what do you think that why this is the withdrawal limit? Withdrawal limit because liquidity crunch. Bank is having not enough money to honor the demand of depositors. Further, also the depositors may run a panic on the bank, and they will try to withdraw all the money. That will also create more liquidity problem for the bank. That's why RBI regulates this. Due to frequent failure of cooperative banks, RBI put a regulated norms on urban cooperative banks too. This is the important master circular on lead bank scheme. Okay. Who is behind the lead bank scheme? Any answers? Which committee was there in lead bank scheme? See, when lead bank scheme will be asked, there will be asked a study group. Study group means RBI most of times. RBI, what RBI does, RBI forms a study group or any other mechanism under chairperson of making someone as a chairperson of that committee. They study something and they give their suggestions to improve. Lead bank scheme was introduced by Reserve Bank of India in December 1969. This year is important. Okay, based on the study headed group by D.R. Gadgil. Okay, it is known as Gadgil Study Group, and which submitted report in October 1969. Okay, October 1969 में Gadgil Study Group ने submitted its report for on lead bank scheme, and the implementation was done in December 1969. Further, one question: why this was done? Have you any understanding of lead bank scheme? Anyone knows a lead bank manager? आपके एरिया का लीड बैंक कौन है? हु इज योर लीड बैंक इन योर एरिया? Abhishek, Gopinath, Shiva Prasad. Which bank is lead bank in your area? See, okay. Lead bank is decided district wise, and state level convener at state level also decided. What is the main criteria of reach? Reach means number of branches. This is the criteria they decide lead bank. What is the responsibility of the lead bank? Lead bank ensures credit flow in district. Implementation of government schemes. Reach of government schemes. ये काम लीड बैंक करता है. ओके. सूरज, आर यू देयर?
यस सर.
हाँ, लीड बैंक का नाम सुना है कभी?
नहीं. नो सर.
लीड बैंक क्या? यस. सी, लीड बैंक क्या होता है? अगर जनरली तो क्या होता है, प्राइवेट सेक्टर के बैंक जो होते हैं वो जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट अर्बन डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी के लोन होते हैं, नॉर्मली वैसे छोटे पीएमईजीपी अनसिक्योर्ड वाले होते हैं, वो नहीं देते हैं. ठीक है, क्योंकि प्राइवेट बैंक ज्यादातर क्वालिटी पे ज्यादा कंसंट्रेट करते हैं. गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स जो होते हैं उनकी एसेट क्वालिटी उतनी अच्छी नहीं होती है, क्योंकि एक तो एक्सपीरियंस भी नहीं होता है और उनको सैंक्शन देते हैं. तो एवरी टाइम क्या होता है, हर मंथ में, स्पेशली क्वार्टरली तो श्योर होता है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट डीएम, उस जिले का डीएम और वहां का लीड बैंक मैनेजर, इसको बोलते हैं एलडीएम. ठीक है, लीड बैंक मैनेजर, एलडी से लीड बैंक मैनेजर. ओके. और डीएम, ये लोग मीटिंग करते हैं कि कौन सी बैंक ने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया और कौन सी बैंक ने अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं किया, उसको इंस्ट्रक्शंस देते हैं. दे इंस्ट्रक्ट द ब्रांचेस दैट टू go with government schemes, PMEGP, DUDA, NULM, NRLM, etc. You have to give the loans. Lead bank was last reviewed by high level committee headed by Srimati Usha Thorat, former deputy governor of Reserve Bank, in 2009. Okay. What are the fora means points under the lead bank scheme? On which basis the lead bank works? What is the process? What are the pillars under lead bank scheme? There are block level committee. It is half yearly basis. अगर एग्जाम में पूछा जाएगा तो ओनली मीटिंग्स पूछा जाएगा कि कब होता है. ब्लॉक लेवल कमिटी बैंकर्स मीटिंग हाफ ईयरली इंटरवल पे होता है. ओके. फर्दर जो भी बोल्ड किया हुआ है, दिस वन, दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. एरिया अप्रोच. KF Nariman committee endorsed the idea of an area approach. एरिया अप्रोच मीन्स एक बैंक को, किसी बैंक को रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी देना, so that bank ensures the credit flow in that area. DCC meeting, quarterly public grievance meeting, state level bankers committee. Okay. Have you ever studied about crop loan? किसी ने कभी कहीं से भी पढ़ा होगा प्रियोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंग में एग्रीकल्चर
18%.
किसी ने पढ़ा है?
Yes, sir.
Someone studied? Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Then you might have heard that short term crop loan and long term
Long-term from crop loan.
Okay, okay. What do you mean by short term?
Short, long-term means yearly once we will yield the fruits from that what we eat is a crop. But short term, we can produce 3 to 4 times in a year. Like paddy is a short term. Within
Yes.
4 months, we can get
Generally, you will take that 1 year. Okay. If it
1
is
year for
within
long
1 year, that is short term. It is
short
not
term.
relative, especially number of times. It is 1 year. Okay. But the question is here: who will decide that it is a short term crop or long term crop? गवर्नमेंट आंसर्स में मैं ऑप्शंस दे रहा हूं, आप बोलिए। गवर्नमेंट और एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट और स्टेट लेवल कमेटी ऑफ बैंक्स, fourth none of these. Tell, who will
Second
decide,
option.
who gives the
Second option.
agriculture department?
Yes, sir.
No,
State
not the
level
government.
bankers committee, sir.
It is the state level banker committee.
State
Okay.
level.
स्टेट लेवल बैंकर कमेटी हमेशा वो डिटेल्स जारी करती है, which is the short term loan, short term crop, which crop is long term, what is your scale of finance. Okay, means how much amount of loan you give for a particular amount of area. Now, what the SLBC does, it prepares the credit plans. Okay, how then this is the important for your knowledge, because sometimes if you are attending a public sector bank's interview, they will ask everything related to KCC, related to jewel loans, related to PMEGP, EGP, because these are the things which are very prominent in public sector banks. They will ask you. Further, these all things are related to this, which lead bank scheme. What lead bank does. This is important. CD ratio. Whatever it is in bold, just around that, not only this bold, upper, down, or 2, 3, 4 lines you study. What do you mean by CD ratio? CD ratio is the credit to deposit ratio. How much loan the bank has given and what is the deposit size. Okay. Minimum CD ratio 60% is the prescribed. गवर्नमेंट ने बोला है कि 60% मिनिमम क्रेडिट रेशियो होना चाहिए. Okay. If it is not so, you will have to increase the amount. Then this is for you, whatever a number of things are there, you need to study at your own. This is also still continuing the lead bank scheme and direct benefit transfers. Service area approach. This is important. Note that if you are having pen and paper, you just note down whatever I am saying, that this is important. The service area approach was introduced in April 1989 for planned and orderly development of rural and semi-urban areas. No dues certificate. Okay, this can be asked in your interview. Do you take no dues certificate? Okay. See, you will have to study this. Banks have been advised to dispense the obtaining no due certificate from individual borrowers, SHG and JLGs in rural and semi-urban areas. All right. Means बैंक्स को ये बोला गया है कि जो SHG के लोन दे रहे हैं, आप उसमें नो ड्यूज मत इंसिस्ट करिए. You do not insist no dues. But if you have completed the due diligence, credit information means CIBIL report or self-declaration or with CERSAI, then you need to take, if it is reflecting in its spine, then you need to take no dues from that bank, because it is also possible that there may be multiple financing to this one. See, guarantees and co-acceptance. Any question related to guarantee was still not asked, but it is very possible, very much possible that it may be asked, because this is a part of a general banking. Okay. Therefore, we will have a look on this. What do you mean by guarantee? Guarantee simply means undertaking. Guarantee means any undertaking that if the person is not paying or any entity is not paying, we will pay it. Okay. You might have worked in credit, then you must be knowing the guarantee. The same as it is also guarantees and co-acceptance of. Co-acceptance of bills means two persons. Similarly, a financial institution is expecting that if it is accepted by the person, then I will honor this bill to you. Further, earlier, I have also written, earlier a master circular on urban cooperative banks on guarantees and co-acceptances was issued, which has already been shared with you all. All of you are advised to study that circular also. Okay. See, regarding the guarantee and co-acceptances, whatever applicable for scheduled commercial banks, same applicable for UCBs also. In some cases, UCBs are not so not given free hand in some cases as of scheduled commercial banks. Okay, we will study. What is the important? That is this: no bank guarantee should normally have maturity of more than 10 years. Suppose you are in interview, I ask that for how many years you can issue a bank guarantee? Shiva Prasad. For how many years maximum a bank guarantee can
Generally
be
for 1 to 2
issued?
years. Hello.
Maximum. Here it is written, have a maturity not more than 10 years. Means maximum you can go for 10 years, not more than that. But for scheduled commercial banks, it is not so. They also can give bank guarantee for more than 10 years. If there is such project guarantee against a project, okay, which will be completed in 20 years, then they may give guarantee for more than 10 years. But urban cooperative banks cannot give guarantees beyond 10 years. Okay. What do you mean by bank guarantee? Any idea?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell.
Uh, for example, one customer uh, got any project from government, then government asks bank guarantee from him. We will issue bank guarantee to the customer. If in case if the customer is not paid on time, we will pay on that guarantee.
Listen,
we will issue.
Listen.
We are liable to
Listen,
pay the government.
can you see? Have you sanctioned any loan? Anyone working in credit department, you take a guarantee from persons? You take a guarantor or not? In any loan, the banks normally ask for guarantor. Okay. सूरज सूरज
Yes, sir.
बैंक में गारंटर, बैंक गारंटी मांगती है या नहीं मांगती है?
मांगती है सर।
तो बैंक गारंटी किस लिए मांगती है? वाई? अगर जो बंदा लोन ले रहा है, बारोवर, अगर वो पैसा ना दे तो कौन देगा? Guarantor. The one who is giving guarantee will pay if borrower doesn't pay. Same is the case of bank guarantee. Suppose a person A, you have given a bank guarantee to person A. Okay. Suppose person A has taken $5 lakhs from B. You have given guarantee on that document. जो डॉक्यूमेंट है उसमें आपने गारंटी दी ए की जगह पे. ए ने किसी आदमी को नहीं, किसी बंदे को नहीं लाया. इफ ए फेल्स टू पे, then the B will take that money from bank. This is called the bank guarantee. कोई भी डिफरेंस नहीं है पर्सनल गारंटी और बैंक गारंटी में. सिंपल पर्सनल गारंटी में कोई बंदा, एक आदमी, देयर इज ए ह्यूमन, देयर इज कोई अ पर्सन who gives the guarantee, but in case of a bank there is a bank who is giving guarantee. That is the only thing. Okay. What are the guidelines for the guarantee? It is quoted in this circular. What is the important thing? That bank guarantee should not be issued for more than 10 years in normal course. In normal course of business. If guarantees is more than rupees 50,000, then two officers will sign. Two officers will sign, else it will be invalid. Okay. अगर 50,000 से ऊपर का गारंटी है तो दो ऑफिसर्स को साइन करना पड़ेगा, else it will not be valid. This is the only important thing in this circular. All other things you need to study line by line, word by word, because sometimes a very simple thing will be asked, but that will be hidden somewhere in the paragraph. See, guarantee of parent companies made by obtained in case of subsidiaries. Okay, if you are obtaining guarantee, giving bank guarantee for this, you can ask for the counter guarantee. Okay. See, guidelines for relating guarantee business. This is not very important. It has not been asked, but you need to study because this is very important thing is given. Let me tell you, I will be telling you. See, 1 minute. Banks were required to limit their commitment by way of unsecured guarantees that 20% of bank's outstanding unsecured guarantees plus total of its outstanding unsecured advances should not exceed 15% of its total outstanding of advances. अब इसका वर्डिंग्स बहुत डेंजर है. डेंजर मीन्स कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है. आई विल मेक इट इजी फॉर यू. सपोज total of its outstanding unsecured advances should not exceed 15% of its total outstanding advances. Okay, means अगर 100 रुपीज का टोटल एडवांस है बैंक के पास, then 15 rupees is the maximum amount of unsecured advances. What do you mean by unsecured advances? One is the secured loan. Yes, unsecured loan. Unsecured loans means no collateral or value of collateral is less than equal to be, you can say less than or equal to 10%. Suppose your outstanding of loan is 100 rupees and the value of collateral is 9 rupees, then it will be treated as unsecured loan. Okay. See, it is unsecured loan. Whether it will be treated as NPA or not, anyone can tell. अगर आपने पहले कहीं से पढ़ा होगा तो उसमें there is thing that if value of security is less than 10%, then the account will be treated as NPA. But here it is not so. Okay. अगर वो बंदा EMI प्रॉपर पे कर रहा है, then it might be possible that sometimes security value may go beyond that. Okay. That is the different thing, and this classification is different thing. This is called for unsecured exposure. Now, this is till here, this is the only all the things related to guarantee only. You need not to learn everything word by word, but you are it is expected that you will study at least one time. It is advised that you study at least 2 times, but at least one time you study it line by line. Your concepts will also be clear. Okay. Now, after guarantee, it is the very large circular, master circular on guarantees and co-acceptance urban cooperative banks. This is the, we have discussed already, but yet another illustration is being quoted for the reference. Okay. This is the same circular. Okay. On UCBs, you need not to study it again. See. This is also guarantee. 1 minute. Tell, what do you mean by NPA? Anyone can tell.
So NPA is nothing but which is not a servicing either principal or interest of the loan behind 90 days.
Yes. Anyone knows letter of credit? LC?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by LC?
LC is a letter of credit is nothing but it is especially we can see in import and export. It is also like a bank guarantee.
Yes,
If,
yes.
for example, one person is in India, another person is in America. They don't know each other, but they contract. They agree to agreement in between one single product. So these two person, for example, in India is exporter, in America person is importer. So these two people don't know each other. So that the person who is in America, he is asked to Indian person to bank guarantee, not bank guarantee, LC, letter of credit. It means if
Yes,
import is not happen on time, or else if there is any default from Indian person, that Indian bank need to pay the amount to American bank.
Okay,
In
okay.
this, 4
Yes,
persons
you are
involved,
very much aware of.
2 banks and 2 persons.
See, letter of credit and bank guarantee. What is the main difference? What is the main difference between LC and BG? This can be asked in your interview if you are appearing for scale 3 and 2 also.
Sir, in a BC after defaulter we can pay, but in a LC before we can pay.
Yes, yes, yes. Some more things anyone want to add? I will continue after that. See, in case of LC, generally the fund which is being used is of borrower. Means the person who got the LC issued, okay, in whose name the account is being maintained, okay. But in case of BG, first the fund is used only after default in payment and it is of bank. Thereafter, bank recovers that amount from this. Immediately the bank will pay. LC is just the person is having enough amount of money, but he is just thinking that his transaction may not be honored. That's why he will pay only if some conditions are fulfilled. He will pay through some banks. That is the main difference. See, this is the most important circular. It has already been asked in Central Bank of India Scale 4 exam last year, last year, I think. And even in Scale 3, it was also asked. Paper was same. Master Circular on agency banks. Do you know what are agency banks? What do you mean by agency bank?
जहाँ पे ऐसे कोई ब्रांच नहीं होती तो आरबीआई को एग्जाम कर देते हैं एजेंसी तो सर्विस होता है
Anyone who want to tell that what are agency banks? Agency banks. What? SBI is agency bank or not? See, agency bank means any bank which is authorized by RBI to transact government business. ऐसे कोई भी बैंक जो गवर्नमेंट का काम करते हैं, जो गवर्नमेंट से रिलेटेड कोई भी काम करेंगे, तो दैट आर एजेंसी बैंक्स. नथिंग, देयर इज नो डिफरेंट definition for agency banks or some criteria is this. There is no criteria for agency bank. Just if RBI appoints you as agency bank, you can do government business. Now the pension payment, what is the most important thing? Suppose while paying the pension, you did some mistake. Suppose there is a person, Mr. A, his pension is 3,000 per month. Here is your bank. You are in this bank. The person comes to withdraw that money, but due to mistake, you calculated the pension something. Due to error, you credited in place of 3,000, you credited 9,000. Person came and taken back all that money, 9,000. Then what is the guidelines? How will you recover it from A? The guideline says the maximum amount which you can recover from this person, it depends on whether you made a mistake. Suppose आप अपने यहां से कैलकुलेशन किया और आपने ही पेमेंट किया, you are in treasury, okay, or where the pension payments are made in that branch. Some branches, banks में क्या होता है, sometimes branches do calculation and give credit to A, and sometimes branches get the credit and same credit they pass on to customer. If you calculated this and due to mistake you have credited this, then immediately that 6,000 excess you will have to debit bank account and credit it to RBI or SBI or any bank where it came from. If it is due to your mistake, no relaxation. अगर 6,000 आपने ज्यादा उसको दिया है, immediately you have to debit any account and this. ये 6,000 के लिए आपको बैंक अपना पनिशमेंट जो देगा वो देगा, या उसका जो सेटलमेंट का प्रोसीजर होगा वो करेगा. Suppose customer got the credit from SBI or any other bank directly, or here is no involvement, then you need not to deposit that 6,000 immediately. What is the maximum amount you can debit? 1/3 of the pension, means 1,000. Monthly 1,000 you can debit. Monthly 1,000 you will debit and keep it. 1,000 debit. In 6 months you will debit total 6,000 and revert it back. Suppose person debit 2000, then you need to take in a return request. Okay, now a question for you. अगर सबको समझ में आ गया है तो देन आपको जवाब देना है. Suppose there is a person, Mr. A, his pension is rupees 12,000 per month. Due to bank's error, Mr. A got credit of rupees 24,000. Then how the bank will deduct the amount? Anyone can tell? Due to bank's error, बैंक के एरर की वजह से इसको 24,000 मिला, मीन्स 12,000. इमीडिएटली इसको वापस कर सकते हो इफ इट इज इन अकाउंट ऑफ अवेलेबल इन अकाउंट ऑफ ए. सपोज ए विड्रू दैट अकाउंट, ए ने वो पैसे निकाल लिए और वो खर्च हो गए. देन 1/3 ऑफ दिस it is for your recovery, but that 12,000 will be immediately credit back from बैंक अकाउंट. बैंक का सन्ड्री डेबिट करो और उसको 12,000 इमीडिएट, जहां से पैसा आया है, आरबीआई से आया है तो आरबीआई को, एसबीआई से आया है तो एसबीआई को वापस करो. एंड रिकवरी किस तरह से होगा? 1/3 ऑफ द पेंशन, डीए प्लस रिलीफ, पेंशन प्लस रिलीफ, इट 4,000 मंथली ईएमआई में आप वो अपना सन्ड्री वाला जो हेड है उसको जीरो करोगे. मीन्स 12,000 आपने अपने अकाउंट से, बैंक अकाउंट से डेबिट करके एसबीआई से जो क्रेडिट गलत आया था उसको वापस किया. 4,000 माइनस 4,000 ये 3 मंथ में आपका कवर हो जाएगा. बट ये नहीं उसका अगले मंथ में 12,000 आया तो आपने पूरा उसको रियलाइज कर लिया. नो, you cannot do this. The question in Central Bank of India was that how much amount the bank can deduct from as a recovery of pension. Then it is, there is only one answer, 1/3 of pension for higher debit, authorization from pensioner is required. मीन्स अगर आप 1/3 से ज्यादा 12,000 रुपीज अगर उसकी पेंशन है, उसके 1/3 से ज्यादा, मीन्स अगर 4,000 से एक भी रुपए आप ज्यादा अगर डेबिट करना चाहते हो तो पेंशनर की परमिशन के बिना यू कैन डू. यू नीड टू हैव परमिशन फ्रॉम पेंशनर. दिस इज द ओनली important thing in it. Other important things are life certificate, acknowledgement to the certificate, okay, single window reimbursement for pension payments, life certificate issue of acknowledgement, okay. Then this is just for your study, okay. Now whatever was important I have already taught to you. Payment of agency commission, this is also important. Payment of agency commission means payment of commission to agency banks. See, Transaction relating to following government business undertaken by banks are eligible for commission. Revenue receipt and payment on behalf of central and state government, pension payments, and any other. But there are only some important things into it. 1 minute. If any question is there, you can type in chat box, okay? Or you can also tell. There is only thing that whatever is important, I need to tell you. See, how pension payment, calculation of pension payment, commission on pension payment is important. See, जैसा कि just I told you, how pension payments are made. First, calculation of pension. See, 1 minute. I must tell you some more things. Collection of documents. Calculation of pension. Depositing or sending docs. ऐसा हो सकता है कि आप डॉक्यूमेंट्स, पेंशन के डॉक्यूमेंट को कलेक्ट करें और कहीं और पे भेजें प्रोसेस होने के लिए. फोर्थ है पेमेंट ऑफ पेंशन, पेमेंट और क्रेडिट. If all these things are done by same bank, then full commission will be given. But if one bank is doing all these things and another bank is doing only payment of that credit, then ratio will be 75:25 out of 100 rupees. Okay, means 3:1. See, there are two how commissions are earned. First is the payment, second is the receipts. For receipts, there is 40 plus 9. That is the only thing. If physical mode means a person is coming with challan and depositing money in the bank, then you will get 40 rupees for each transaction. But if it is online transaction, suppose you are paying some fee with online in SBI gateway, then SBI will get 9 rupees. That is the receipt. For the payment per transaction, 75 rupees. Okay. For other payments means any payment which is not related to pension payment, then it is 6.5 paise, means 0.065 rupees. Okay, per 100 rupees. Of pension payment, there is no criteria for rupees. Okay, per transaction, other is per transaction, other is per transaction. But for other payments, it is 6.5 paise for rupees 100. See, rupees 75 will be given to you, but it is 75 one time in a month. Means total 75, it will be 12 times plus 2 times extra. Extra means sometimes DA are changed, you calculate and payment and arrears. Total maximum will be 12 plus 2. Maximum 14 payments will be eligible for commission, rupees 75 per transaction. This is the only important thing in all circular, in total circular. In this circular, you need to learn only these things. All other things are not very important. Okay. Not more than 14 transactions. Keep in mind, total number of how many transactions are eligible under payment, under pension payments. Total 14 transactions, which includes 12 regular transactions and 2 extra transactions related to arrears or DA relief or any other relief for pensioners. Nothing more is important in this circular. See, agency bank would be eligible agency commission for pension transaction at the rate of 75 per transaction only when entire work related to disbursement of pension including pension calculation is attended by them. जैसा कि अभी हमने पहले बताया कि full commission it is 75 rupees, not 75%. See, full commission will be given. That is, full commission means 75 rupees if document collection, pension calculation, pension depositing the pension into pensioner's account is done by bank. If some banks do some other things and other banks do only payment, then it will get only 25% of 75 rupees. Okay, means 75 by 4. See, the number of transaction eligible payment for agency commission should not exceed 14% per person per year. Means एक पेंशनर मैक्सिमम 14 टाइम्स ट्रांजेक्शन वो कितने भी टाइम कर सकता है, बट बैंकर को 14 टाइम्स का ही कमीशन मिलेगा पर, and per transaction it will be 75 rupees only. See, Basel III capital regulations. This is here I have shortened this circular. This is very lengthy circular. Till now, Basel was not asked in any exam, except in sometimes it was asked as when the Basel was implemented, when the Basel 1, Basel 2, Basel 3 was came. Okay. Anyone tell that when the Basel implementation was done in India? See, when last finalized, okay, when the last Basel was implemented, when it has been concluded that the Basel norms have been fully implemented. See, the Basel third capital regulation is implemented in India with effect from April 2013. Okay. And fully implemented as on October 1, 2021. This question was also asked in Central Bank of India Scale 3 exam. Basel was completely implemented as on October 2021. This date is the finalized date due to some extension in the date. Okay. Why? Because of कोविड-19 की वजह से इसका डेट एक्सटेंड किया जा और अक्टूबर 2021 में लगाया गया था. लास्ट क्या था? कैपिटल कंजर्वेशन बफर. कैपिटल कंजर्वेशन बफर वाज द लास्ट थिंग व्हिच वाज टू बी इंप्लीमेंटेड अंडर बेसल 3. See, tier 1, tier 2. What is the tier 1, tier 2 capital? Just I will be telling you, and further all details you need to go through on. See, what is the minimum CRAR in India? Okay, I will be telling. You don't. First, I will be telling what is the capital. Anyone of you know what is the capital? Or say it as paid up capital? It means, capital means how much amount of fund available with the bank as its own funds. बैंक का अपना कितना पैसा है, इसको बोलते हैं शेयर होल्डर्स फंड आल्सो। अपना पैसा, खुद का पैसा। ओके, सी व्हाट इज द टीयर वन? बैंक कैपिटल इज डिवाइडेड इन टू थिंग, टीयर वन एंड टीयर टू. This will, tier 1 is called as going concern. Going मतलब bank is running. Going concern capital. Tier 2 is also known as gone concern capital. Tier 1 is the highest quality of capital. Why? Tier 1 capital means when the bank is running, if any loss or any shock comes to the bank, this capital will be enough, immediately will absorb the shocks. But if tier 1 capital is not sufficient enough to absorb the shocks that is associated with the bank, बैंक के पास अगर कोई ऐसा लॉस या ऐसा कोई शॉक आता है जिसको टीयर 1 कैपिटल नहीं झेल पाता है, मतलब खत्म हो जाता है, then it will go फिर absorbing tier 2 and the bank will be go in liquidation. Liquidation मतलब closing of bank or
selling of assets.
Amalgamation, yes, और merger. मीन्स बैंक फेल हो गया, बैंक के पास इनफ कैपिटल नहीं थी. टीयर 1 कैपिटल इज लाइक पेट्रोल इन बाइक और व्हीकल. इफ टीयर 1 कैपिटल इज इनफ, इट विल बी रनिंग. इफ इट विल गो, देन फेल. इसका कोई मतलब, इसका मतलब है कि बैंक अपने एसेट्स और ये सब अब सब बेचेगा और उसके बाद अपने जो भी बारोइंग्स है ये सब है उसको पैसा देगा. ठीक है. सी कैपिटल रिक्वायरमेंट, capital to risk weighted asset ratio is 9% and capital conservation buffer is 2.5%. See, this is not part of capital of tier 1 and tier 2. This is the separate reserve which can be used during the times of stress. If you will add all these, you will find 11.5%. Okay, is what is the CRAR prescribed? It is 9%. Okay, maintain a minimum pillar 1 tier 1 capital as 9%. See, tier 2 capital is a gone concern, going concern capital. You must study this, how this is not very important how much you need to, but this point is important. Minimum total capital of 9% of risk weight assets. See, 11.5%. Tier 2, this. See, additional tier 1 is 1.5%. That is additional of tier 1. Then you will, if you will add, then you will find that total tier 1. Total tier 1 will be 5.5 plus 1.5. This is for India. India having higher capital adequacy criteria. तो ये आपको अपने से ये पूरा लर्न बाय हार्ट, ये टेबल आपको पूरा याद होनी चाहिए। कितना है, ये कितना है, टीयर 2 कैपिटल 2%, मिनिमम टोटल कैपिटल 9%, ठीक है। कैपिटल कंजर्वेशन बफर और ये टीयर 2 ऐड करके 11.5% होगा। तो ये पूरा आपको याद होना चाहिए। Not because it will be asked in interview. Interview में just only they will ask that what is CRAR. That is 9%, you know. But during the exam they may ask you what is the percentage of additional tier 1 capital, what is the capital conservation buffer. They may ask in the written exam, but interview they maximum they will ask you and it is CRAR, capital to risk weight asset ratio. This is all related to this circular tier 1, tier 2 and other. Now SHG bank linkage program, this is the most important circular. This is very much important for exam. Okay, focus on this. See, can anyone tell how many maximum of members in an SHG can be there?
Maximum 20 members, sir.
Yes. What is the, we have already studied over this topic. Can anyone tell what is the maximum amount of loan which can be given to an SHG without any collateral?
10 lakhs, sir.
Without any collateral.
20 lakhs, sir.
How much?
20 lakhs.
Yes. But margin can be taken in this, but no collateral. And up to 10 lakhs, how much margin? Suppose I am in an interview, I ask that you are giving an SHG loan to a SHG group of 10 lakhs. How much margin you will insist you will take in that loan?
Nil margin.
No margin, yes. Up to 10 lakhs, no margin, no collateral. Okay. Up to 10 lakhs. What do you mean by up to 10 lakhs? It is 9,99,999. Tell, it is it or not? It is this or this? Up to 10 lakhs. See, this is very confusing thing. That's why I am asking this. When it is up to, you will include that number. Means up to 10 means complete 10 lakhs. Okay. Not this. See, opening a saving bank account of SHG. The KYC of how many persons to be taken for opening of account of SHG?
All members KYC.
See, for opening saving account, there is simplified norms. Okay. 2 office bearers will sign the document. Others detail you may take or don't take. You just keep a list of members and attach it with this. These persons will be operating the document. But at the time of loan, full KYC of each member is required. Okay. See, suppose there is an SHG group of 5 members, A, B, C, D, E. C is a defaulter. Will you give finance to this SHG group or not? इस SHG ग्रुप में C डिफॉल्टर है, आप उसको लोन दे सकते हो कि नहीं? We have already discussed it during last time. Yes, if C is not a willful defaulter. Okay. Don't go through criteria of 25 lakhs. Okay. This criteria is not applicable here. Just bank has to ensure that C is a willful defaulter or not. If C is not a willful defaulter, his loan will be restructured and he can participate in the lending, taking the facility of lending by the bank. But if C is a willful defaulter, then C may be in the group, but loan will not be given to this. Means total amount of finance will be calculated only on the basis of A, B, D, E, 4 members. Suppose every member is requesting 15K, then in case of C is a willful defaulter, we will give only 2 lakhs. If C is a not willful defaulter, we may give 2.5 lakhs. This is the only criteria for this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Tier 1, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. This is the only thing in urban cooperative banks that what is the Tier 2 urban cooperative bank? This circular is not very important for the capital adequacy of UCBs. You may leave it. Okay. 9% is also applicable to them as applicable to use commercial banks. But in case of commercial banks, there is additional capital conservation buffer, which gives it as 11.5%. That is not in case of urban cooperative banks. See, what do you mean by Tier 2 urban cooperative bank? This may be asked. What do you mean by Tier 2? Tier 2 means whose deposit size is up to 1000 crore. Tier 1 means deposit size is up to 100 crores. Tier 3 means deposit size up to 10,000 crores. Tier 4 means more than 10,000 crores. Okay. This is the tier based classification of urban cooperative banks. If you will finish that RBI circular for all months, around 45 to 50% your questions will be over. Rest 20-30% will be from current banking, economy and finance. And generally 10% to 15% to 20%, you can say that these are miscellaneous questions. Sometimes they are not related to these things, whatever is specified in the syllabus. They are sometimes out of syllabus or any other general current affairs. Okay, like dam, anything it may be asked. But if it is as per syllabus, you will cover around more than 90% in this only. So well prepared. It will not only increase your knowledge, but also your confidence to face interviews. Because interviewers study only RBI circulars, because this is important for them. See, this is also very much important. After this circular, we will finish our session, and next we will study on next Saturday or Sunday. See, master circular on housing finance. This is for all, not for urban cooperative banks. Okay, this is applicable for this. But what is the most important? It is the risk weight. Okay, what do you mean by risk weight? What do you mean by LTV ratio? Do you know?
Loan to value ratio.
Loan to value. What do you mean? What do you understand by it?
For example, 80% is the loan to value. Means if
Yes.
borrower required 100 rupees, we provide only 80 rupees. 20 rupees he need to bear from his pocket.
No. Whatever you are saying, that is
Margin.
What is loan to value ratio? See, whatever you have told is correct, but it is not the way you have told it. Okay, I will be telling you. See, suppose the property value is 100 rupees. Then, see, the property value is 100 rupees. Now, you have given the loan of 80 rupees. See, then LTV ratio is 80%. Means प्रॉपर्टी के वैल्यू का कितना परसेंट है लोन. ओके, हाउ मच अमाउंट ऑफ, सपोज सी अंडरस्टैंड, suppose a person A is here who needs 50 lakhs rupees loan. You have given 40 lakhs loan. But as 50 lakhs is total estimated cost, then 10 lakhs will be given by this person as a margin. Total amount of loan will be 15, total investment will be 50. Suppose you have taken the valuation of property and it comes out to be 60 lakhs. Then property value kitna hai? 60 lakhs. How much loan you have given? You have given 40 lakhs out of 60. Total property value of property. Okay. Into 100. Okay. In case of LTV value will be 66.66%. Now I come to what is the margin. Okay, let me show some different picture here. Suppose after 2 years, after 2 years, this 40 lakhs outstanding went up to 50 lakhs. इस बंदे ने लोन नहीं भरा और इसका आउटस्टैंडिंग 2 साल के बाद 50 lakhs हो गया. ओके, और अभी प्रॉपर्टी की वैल्यू है 60 lakhs. देन व्हाट इज एलटीवी रेशियो नाउ? 50 by 60 into 100. Okay, correct.
80%.
See,
81% around.
See, this will be by 3. इधर कर दो 50 by 3. 50 by 3 means 250 by 3 ना? Yes. 83 point something percent it will come, or anything else?
53.
Okay. See, earlier LTV ratio was less. When account turned into NPA, outstanding is increasing, LTV ratio is increasing. Means you see, if LTV ratio is increasing, it shows the sign of danger. Means outstanding is increasing, loan component will be higher. That's why higher LTV ratio is not preferred. Okay, higher LTV is not preferred, low LTV is preferred, so that you have a proper security. Because now outstanding is 50 lakhs, very soon it will go 60 lakhs, and after that it may go 70 lakhs, but the property value may not increase in the same way. It may go up to only 55. That 15 lakhs will be lost to the bank. This is called the LTV ratio. A margin is decided by your bank, that out of this amount, how much percentage I will be sanctioning to you. Margin is one-time concept and it is fixed. But LTV concept is variable. Today LTV value ratio may be something else, and after it may be something else. It tell time के साथ LTV value whether it will increase or whether it will decrease. It may increase or it may decrease, depend on payment plans, रीपेमेंट प्लान कैसा है उसका, और आउटस्टैंडिंग कितनी है. ओके, बैंक में, पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स में जो स्टाफ लोन मिलते हैं उसमें एलटीवी रेशियो आप देखोगे बढ़ता हुआ मिलेगा, क्योंकि उनमें प्रिंसिपल प्लस इंटरेस्ट का अलग कॉन्सेप्ट होता है पेमेंट का, तो उनकी आउटस्टैंडिंग बहुत तेजी से बढ़ती रहती है, और जैसी आउटस्टैंडिंग बढ़ेगी एलटीवी रेशियो बढ़ जाएगा. See, now quantum of loan. What is risk weight? Risk weight is the associated weight assigned in terms of percentage with each exposure. Okay, against which a capital to be maintained. See, capital divided by risk weight, assets into 100, it should come to 9%. ये आरबीआई की गाइडलाइन है. सपोज अगर रिस्क वेट, when you will increase the risk weight, it will come down or go up. अगर आप रिस्क वेट की वैल्यू बढ़ाएंगे, कैपिटल तो फिक्स होता है हमेशा. ओके, अगर आप रिस्क वेट की वैल्यू बढ़ाएंगे तो ये 9 से कम आएगा या 9 से ज्यादा आएगा?
कम आएगा.
बताइए क्या आएगा? वेदर इट विल कम मोर देन 9 और लेस देन 9?
Less than 9.
Very good, less than 9, because when denominator will be higher, output will be lower. See, but if it will come less than 9, then what RBI says? RBI says I need 9. Then you will have to increase the न्यूमरेटर. आपको उसी रेशियो में न्यूमरेटर बढ़ाना पड़ेगा, मतलब आपको अपने पास से कैपिटल बढ़ाना पड़ेगा 9% करने के लिए. तो अगर एलटीवी रेशियो ज्यादा होगा तो रिस्क वेट ज्यादा होगा, रिस्क वेट ज्यादा होगा तो ये 9% को स्टेबल रखने के लिए हमें बैंक को अपने पास से कैपिटल डालना पड़ेगा, मीन्स कुछ पैसे ब्लॉक करके रखने पड़ेंगे. ओके, दैट्स व्हाई हाई रिस्क वेट इज अवॉइडेड. सी नाउ सपोज हाउसिंग लोन अप टू 30 lakhs, ठीक है, 80 LTV, if it is less than 80 or 80%, it is 35%. If LTV ratio is more than 80%, then risk weight is 50%. Okay, this
Okay, sir.
this you will have to learn by heart. It will be asked risk weight, others का भी पूछेगा, वो आपको याद करना है. All the risk weight you have to, and are risk weights. Okay, here it is LTV ratio, here is a risk weight. Let me explain these things to you. What it is saying? It is saying, if suppose you have given a loan of rupees 30 lakhs, then it is up to 30 lakhs. Okay. Suppose its loan to value ratio, it is, if it is, suppose property value, 1 minute. Let me say some numerical values so that you can understand it better. इसको ध्यान से देखो, आपको एलटीवी और ये सब समझ में आ जाएगा. रिस्क वेट, एलटीवी क्या है ये समझ में आ जाएगा. देयर इज ए मिस्टर ए, आपने उनको लोन दिया 24 lakhs. उनके घर की वैल्यू, प्रॉपर्टी की वैल्यू है आफ्टर कंस्ट्रक्शन, इट इज 30 lakhs. ओके, व्हाट इज एलटीवी हियर? एलटीवी का फार्मूला क्या है?
80% है. 24/30.
लोन टू वैल्यू, टू मीन्स नीचे, लोन गिवन डिवाइडेड बाय वैल्यू ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी इंटू 100.
24/30 into 100.
30 लोन 24, वैल्यू 30 इंटू 100. एलटीवी रेशियो कितना है?
80%.
अब देखिए, ये किस कैटेगरी में आ रहा है? ये इंडिविजुअल हाउसिंग लोन. यस, इट इज इंडिविजुअल हाउसिंग लोन. हाउ मच अमाउंट? अमाउंट इज अप टू 30 lakhs, मीन्स 0 to 30. 0 to 30 के बीच में ही है 24. यस. एलटीवी रेशियो कितना है? देयर आर टू कैटेगरीज. It is less than or equal to 80. Yes, it is 80. What will be the risk weight? Risk weight will be 35%. Means 35% of 24 will risky asset for bank. Okay. Now 9% of this approximately, not actually total is the 9% risk, operational risk, this risk, but in the rough case some percentage of this will have to keep as a reserve. This is the role of risk weight. See, if risk weight will be 50, amount बढ़ जाएगा कि नहीं? 35% से 50% तो ज्यादा ही है ना. Then amount will be higher, then the bank will have to keep higher reserve. Okay, if it is in between 80 and 90, then आपको याद कैसे करना है? How you will have to learn this? If individual housing loan up to 30 lakhs and LTV ratio up to 80 है, then risk weight will be 35%. हाउ इट विल बी आस्क्ड इन द एग्जाम, एग्जाम में ये कैसे पूछा जाएगा, एग्जाम में पूछा जाएगा व्हाट इज रिस्क वेट ऑफ a housing loan of 25 lakhs where LTV ratio is 75%. See, LTV ratio 80 से नीचे आ रहा है ना 75, yes. Amount 30, that is also this category. Then risk weight will be is 35%. Is the question can also be asked as if risk weight is 35% of 30 lakhs, then what will be maximum LTV ratio? That will be 80%. इस तरह से आपको याद करना है कि कितने अमाउंट का लोन कितना LTV रहने पर कितने परसेंट का रिस्क वेट है. That will be directly asked in the exam. Further, risk weight for credit cards, consumer loans, other consumer loans, bonds, A rated, B rated, default rated. I will be sharing this once we complete that RBI circular. We will cover in general banking topics. Risk weight I will cover separately, but for your knowledge, so that you don't feel uncomfortable while studying all these things, I have discussed LTV ratio to this. Okay. Should we disconnect our session? कुछ पूछना है? क्योंकि उसके बाद हम लोग शुरू करेंगे NPA norms. Okay, asset classification and NPA norms. This is also important, so that let me finish this. We should not disconnect now. सूरज, शिवा प्रसाद, NPA कवर कर लें क्या? NPA कवर कर लें क्या? उसके बाद क्लास बंद करें.
Yes, sir.
NPA इम्पोर्टेंट है. ओके,
Okay,
चलते हैं.
sir.
अभिषेक,
Okay, sir.
Abhishek, NPA is important. Okay, so we will finish it because क्योंकि बहुत सारी जगह पे NPA आता रहता है वर्ड, तो आपको समझने में कभी दिक्कत ना हो. Then I will be. What do you mean by NPA, Abhishek?
The principal and interest is not from the.
That is the banking definition. I am not asking this. हमें मुझे कुछ नहीं पता. एक पर्सन आया, वो बोल रहा है कि मुझे बैंक से नोटिस आया है कि तुम्हारा अकाउंट NPA हो गया है. अभी आप उसको कैसे समझाओगे?
अगर वो 3 मंथ का EMI अगर पे नहीं कर रहा है तो उसको बैंक नोटिस.
यस, सी, बैंक जब लोन देता है, फर्स्ट थिंग कीप इन माइंड, बैंक डोंट ओके. ये पहला दिमाग में कॉन्सेप्ट आपको रखना है. बैंक कभी भी इसलिए लोन नहीं देता है कि आपकी प्रॉपर्टी के बाद में अच्छा प्राइस मिलेगा और बैंक उसको सेल करके ले लेगा. नो, बैंक का सिंपल सा कॉन्सेप्ट है, हमने आपको पैसा, आई हैव गिवन यू मनी, यू गिव मी बैक. सी, if you are giving back regularly this to the bank, okay, suppose here is Mr. A has taken the loan of 2 lakhs from bank B. Monthly EMI is 1000. 1000 is very less, 10,000. Okay, monthly EMI is 10,000. if 10,000 is coming every month, this will be the income of bank. Okay, how much? Especially it will be the interest income. Suppose इस 10,000 में से 6,000 is interest and 4,000 is the principal. देन प्रिंसिपल तो एब्जॉर्ब हो जाएगा, उसका कोई इनकम से मतलब नहीं है, जो प्रिंसिपल के हेड में जाएगा वो आउटस्टैंडिंग उसकी कम हो जाएगी. बट दिस 6,000 एज इंटरेस्ट विल बी द इनकम फॉर द बैंक. सपोज एनी मंथ, किसी भी मंथ में मिस्टर ए ने पेमेंट नहीं किया, तो बैंक के अगले महीने में ये इनकम बंद हो जाएगी. ओ देन बैंक will send a notice to Mr. A, you are not paying that money. मिस्टर बी ने अगले मंथ में भी पेमेंट नहीं किया. सपोज ये 30 का मंथ था, 30 ओके. मिस्टर बी ने तब भी पेमेंट नहीं किया. बैंक ने फिर से नोटिस भेजा और मिस्टर बैंक ने फिर भी पेमेंट नहीं किया 30 डेज तक. टोटल 90 डेज क्रॉस हो गया. अब इसको बोल देंगे, जब तक ये बैंक को पेमेंट कर रहे थे तब इस अकाउंट का नाम था PA, परफॉर्मिंग एसेट. मींस दिस एसेट इज जनरेटिंग इनकम फॉर द बैंक एज ए इंटरेस्ट इनकम. बैंक पर्सन ए का जो लोन था उससे बैंक को इनकम हो रही थी, मतलब वो परफॉर्म कर रहा था ये लोन. जब इनकम बंद हो गया तो ये अभी परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहा है, नॉन परफॉर्मिंग, और it is a asset for the bank, that is it is called the non performing asset. This is the concept of being NPA. Now norms of being NPA we will study line by line. Very important, be very serious, because this is also very important for the point of interview. Very important concept. Okay, see, first, a non-performing asset is a loan or an advance where interest and or installment of principal remains overdue for a period of more than 90 days in respect of a term loan. अगर कोई आपने टर्म लोन दिया है, टर्म लोन मतलब जिसकी EMI में जो भी पेमेंट होते हैं वो सब टर्म लोन कहे जाते हैं, जिनकी EMI होती है, that is called the term loan. If it is overdue for 90 days plus more than 90 days, not on 90 days, okay, then it will be termed as NPA. What do you mean by overdue? अगर 90 डेज तक से ज्यादा ओवरड्यू रहेगा, फॉर मोर देन 90 डेज, क्लियरली मेंशन्ड है. मोर देन 90 डेज का मतलब 91st डे पे ये NPA क्लासिफाई होगा. What do you mean by overdue? Overdue means non-payment on due date. Suppose today is overdue, we are discussing overdue. अभी आज कितना डेट है, 5th मई. सपोज मेरे किसी लोन की एक डेट थी आज 5th मई, आज मुझे पेमेंट करना था और आज मैंने इसको पेमेंट नहीं किया है. आई डिडंट पे माई EMI एज इट वाज शेड्यूल्ड ऑन 5th मई. देन ऑन 5th मई इट विल बी overdue or On 6th में it will be overdue. Who will tell? आज मुझे बोला था उसने बैंक ने तुम्हारा 5 तारीख को EMI बनता है, 5 को आपको पेमेंट करना है। तो ये ओवरड्यू जो वर्ड है इसमें वो कहाँ से गिना जाएगा, 5 मई से या 6 मई से, 5th में या 6th में?
6 में सर।
6th में। अभिषेक आपका
यस
कुछ
सर।
कहना है इस पे? 6th में।
After sir, after batch close, we will receive the payment, then it is if the receive batch close, we will
पीयूष प्रसून, it will be overdue on 6th or 5th? 6th। ओके। देखो ये बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं जो आपको कहीं कोई बता नहीं पाएगा, और इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा हूँ सो दैट यू बी वेरी क्लियर। ओके, इट विल बी overdue on 5th, it will not be on 6th. ओके, 5th day end पे, on day in,
सर
on day in, यस।
सर 5th कैसे होगा? 5 तारीख तक तो उसको देना ही है ना।
हाँ तो 5 को
लास्ट
दे
ड्यू
दे,
डेट
5
तो
को
सर,
तो
after EOD we will receive ना सर that's it.
सर
नहीं
EMI
नहीं
है
नहीं,
कोई, EMI सर लास्ट
यस
जो डेट होता है वो डेट में भी पेड करने पे तो नहीं होता है ओवर।
हाँ, यस यस, तो 5 तारीख को पेमेंट कर देना। हम कहाँ बोल रहे हैं 5 को नहीं पेमेंट करना है, 5 को पेमेंट कर दे। 5 को पेमेंट कर देना, 5 को पेमेंट कर देगा तो हम थोड़ी क्लासिफाई करेंगे।
तो सर
ओके,
ओवर ड्यू डेट तो
ऐसा
6 से माना जाएगा ना।
नो 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 नो, इट विल बी ओवर ड्यू ऑन overdue. What do you mean by overdue? Overdue means due is over. Okay, when as on due date. See, आप 5th को ब्रांच बंद हो गई। ओके, 5th को 5 बजे तक आपके पास पेमेंट नहीं आया, ठीक। ओके, अब आपके पास ऑप्शन बचता है IMPS, ओके, या नेफ्ट। आप अपने अकाउंट में पैसा भेज दीजिए, बैंक कट कर देगा। बट जब 5th तारीख को बैंक डे एंड चलाएगा अपना, रात को 12 बजे, लगभग सभी बैंक का डे टाइम चेंज हो जाता है 12 बजे। उस टाइम पे सिस्टम चेक करेगा आपके अकाउंट में पैसा आया कि नहीं आया। अगर उस टाइम पे आपका पैसा नहीं आया है, उसी दिन ऑन द सेम डे इट विल क्लासिफाई ओवर ड्यू, और अगले दिन आपका 6th को आपका फर्स्ट डे ऑफ ओवर ड्यू होगा। ऐसे ही ऐसे जब 30 डेज तक ओवर ड्यू में रहेगा, इसी को बोलते हैं SMA 0। ओके, समझ में आया?
यस सर।
हाँ, तो ये कभी भी गलती मत करना ओवर ड्यू 6 से होगा, नो। 5th को डे, बैंक का डे एंड होने तक अगर पैसे अकाउंट में नहीं आए, सिस्टम विल क्लासिफाई अकाउंट ओवर ड्यू एज ऑन ड्यू डेट, और नेक्स्ट डे से वो अकाउंट SMA कैटेगरी में चला जाएगा। इसको बोलते हैं स्पेशल मेंशन अकाउंट्स, मतलब ऐसे अकाउंट जो डिफॉल्ट का साइन शो कर रहे हैं और वो NPA में कन्वर्ट हो सकते हैं, इट में कन्वर्ट इनटू NPA। ओके, नाउ इट इज क्लियर, एनी कंफ्यूजन?
क्लियर सर।
हाँ,
same applicable for
आफ्टर
subsidies also.
व्हाट?
Same applicable is whatever credit is also some changes.
Abhishek, your voice is not coming clearly, tell loudly. Else
Same
comment in comment. is comment in chat box. Tell. Abhishek, tell.
Sir, same
Hello.
applicable.
Same
Sir,
applicable
same
to
applicable
which?
in letter of credit, or is there any changes for the offer? Letter of credit,
Yes,
LC,
yes,
for the
yes,
payment of the
yes.
LC.
Yes, actually, if it is not on paid on due date, the same date will be applicable for the overdue also. Okay, in all accounts. This is the classification criteria. There is no separate criteria that overdue classification for anything will be different and this will be different. Okay.
And sir, you know that there is some bank we settle the manual loan payments. So after EOT, if they receive money, then how can they settle the 12 PM criteria? Sorry, EM criteria.
Not 12 p.m. Suppose bank EOD is running on 7 p.m. Bank does its bank does its EOD on 7 p.m. Then 7 p.m. will be the criteria, not the 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. Okay, it is dependent. Her bank, every bank doesn't have the same EOD time. Okay, if you are not depositing in branch hour banking hours, it is up to the bank when the bank completes the EOD. If the bank completes EOD and your account is remains unpaid, then it will be the overdue on the date of EOD. That is your due date. Now it may be 12 a.m. when they are processing EOD. It may be 11 a.m. they are doing EOD. It is up to the bank. Okay. It is bank's internal process. You can't do anything. Now, the second criteria for NPA is out of order when it is not a term loan. Do you know anything about out of order? What is out of order? In case of overdraft and cash credit. Yes. What do you mean by out of order? See, I will be telling you. Suppose there is a cash credit account. Cash, you also know it as CC limit. Suppose there is 12 lakhs CC limit is given to A Industries. Monthly interest is 12,000. No, 1,200 you can say. 1,200 rupees. Okay. Let me say 10%. You say that is 10,000 rupees. Okay. Monthly interest is in this account is 10,000 rupees. Suppose the customer A utilized the full limit of 12 lakhs. 12 laख्स का जो भी लिमिट था उन्होंने अकाउंट से 12 लाख्स विड्रॉ कर लिया है. अभी उन्होंने फर्स्ट मंथ में उसमें 10,000 rupees deposited. In the second month, they have deposited 7,000. In third month, they have deposited 11,000. Now, the total interest for the 3 months will be 30,000 rupees. But total deposit in these 3 months, 11, 7, 18 and 10, 28. Okay, 28,000. Mr. A deposited only 28,000 and total amount which was to be deposited is more than 30,000, not only 30,000. He has to deposit at only 30,000 plus 1 rupees. At least this should be deposited, because this is not more than this. This is less than the interest charge in the account. This will be called as out of order. आउट ऑफ ऑर्डर मतलब अकाउंट अच्छा नहीं चल रहा है, अकाउंट में जो पैसे जमा हो रहे हैं, these are not sufficient enough to the cover the interest of the interest charged by the bank. This is called the out of order. Any confusion in it?
No, sir,
Okay.
clear.
Third, bill remains overdue. Abhishek, what you were asking is here, point number 3. If bill remains overdue for a period of more than 90 days, means if due date of bill is 5th May, okay, then on the very next day it will count for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, 6 day, 7 day, 8 day. Okay, if it is overdue for more than 90 days, it will be NPA. If installment remains overdue for 2 crop season, okay, this point number 4 is very important. Point number 4 is very important. The installment or principal or interest remains overdue for 2 crop season for short duration crop and 1 crop season for long duration
Long-term crops.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Who decides this duration? State level bankers committee decides the duration. Okay.
Okay.
Now, suppose you have given a KCC of 1 lakh. KCC means किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड, इसको बोल सकते हो, you can say crop loan for paddy. Okay. इसका पीरियड है 6 months से. You have given a loan on 1/1/2024. ठीक. Okay. If installment or interest or principal remains overdue for 2 crop seasons, then it will be treated as NPA. Okay. See, then you tell when this account will become NPA. Generally, what happens in the system, we fix at 31/12/2025 as due date. Okay. Generally in the system, but what we need to say, we need to fix at not this, but we have to fix 1/7/2024 as due date. Correct?
Yes, sir.
ये करेक्ट है कि नहीं? अगर 6 months में वो पैडी हो जाती है, मतलब बैंकर कमेटी बोल रहे 6 months. 6 months मीन्स हार्वेस्टिंग एंड स्टोरेज ऑल इंक्लूडेड. ओके. स्टेट लेवल बैंकर्स कमेटी बोलेगी 6 months में इसका हार्वेस्टिंग एंड स्टोरेज सब हो जाएगा, तो इसका और एंड मार्केटिंग टू, मार्केटिंग भी हो जाएगा. तो ये 6 months सेट करके हमने बोला है. ठीक है. दिस इज द ड्यू डेट. ओके. नेक्स्ट 6 months will be 1 crop duration and next 6 months will be another crop duration. Then this account will be treated as NPA. Okay. Means 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. It will be no NPA. Suppose बैंक ने इसको 1 year का टाइम दिया, तो 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. 3 इयर्स तक ये अकाउंट एनपीए नहीं होगा। यू सी दिस। आपको समझ में आया कि नहीं? अगर आप 1 ईयर देते हो इसको तो 3 इयर्स एंड 6 मंथ देते हो तो 18 मंथ्स। अकाउंट वोंट बिकम एनपीए। 90 डेज क्राइटेरिया इसमें नहीं लगेगा। करेक्ट?
तो सर इसमें तो 1 ईयर ही होगा ना। टू टू क्रॉप सीजन क्या है, सीजन
हाँ हाँ।
तो 1 ईयर ही होगा ना।
कौन सा? नहीं नहीं नहीं। दो, देखो, अगर हमने 1/1/2024 को मैंने किसी पैडी को लोन दिया, ठीक है, और बैंक ने अपने सिस्टम में डाला है कि पैडी को तैयार होने, उसको स्टोर करने और बेचने में पूरा 1 ईयर लगता है, मतलब इसका 1 ईयर रख दिया है। शॉर्ट टर्म भी 1 ईयर होता है। शॉर्ट टर्म
हम्म
जितने भी फसल होते हैं 1 ईयर, लॉन्ग टर्म
हम्म
1 ईयर से प्लस होता है, ठीक।
हम्म
तो आफ्टर 1 ईयर मतलब 1/1/2024 को ये लोन ड्यू होगा। ओके, देन
हम्म
2 क्रॉप सीजन्स। ओके, इफ इट इज
हम्म
ओवर ड्यू फॉर 2 क्रॉप सीजन्स। ओवर ड्यू तो इस अब होगा ना, इसके बीच में ओवर ड्यू नहीं है, ये इसके बीच में नॉर्मल अकाउंट है। ओके, स्टैंडर्ड। अब on this day it will be overdue for 2 seasons, means 1 season 25 में आएगा, नेक्स्ट सीजन कब आएगा?
26।
ये 26 में जाके एनपीए होगा। दैट्स वाई के बैंक वाले केसीसी देने में कोई ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं क्रिएट करते हैं, क्योंकि 3 इयर्स तक तो उसको एनपीए होना नहीं है। और फिर अगर
तो
इंटरेस्ट डाल के उसको फिर से रिन्यू कर दिए। अच्छा, नाउ सपोज बैंक ने
27
इसमें
में होगा
बैंकर्स
ना सर
कमेटी के
एनपीए?
साथ।
सिस्टम में जितना डालेगा टाइम पीरियड वही सर काउंट होगा ना।
यस यस यस। अभी
समझ
सिस्टम
गए
में
तो।
आपने 6 मंथ डाला, तो ये हो
तो
गया
1 ईयर हो जाएगा।
वन।
वन वन
हाँ,
ईयर
तो 1 डाला तो 1/7/2024 को ये ओवर ड्यू होगा। ओके,
यस सर।
अभी ओवर ड्यू इसको 2 सीजन रखना है, 6 मंथ इधर 6 मंथ इधर, तो टोटल
हम्म
6 टोटल 18 मंथ तक तो डोंट वरी कंडीशन है आपको। और तब तक आपने चाहे तो रिन्यूअल कर लिया या इंटरेस्ट भी जमा करके कुछ बढ़ा के दे दिया तो फिर से स्टैंडर्ड
हम्म
हो जाएगा। तो दैट्स वाई केसीसी के साथ ये अच्छा पॉइंट है। ओके,
यस।
सर फर्स्ट केस में 27 में एनपीए होगा ना सर?
कौन सा? 1 मिनट 1/1/2024। ओके, ओवर ड्यू
ये
कब होगा? अगर 1 साल का है तो। ओके,
हाँ हाँ।
करेक्ट।
यस।
इफ इट इज ओवर ड्यू फॉर, means if it is remains overdue for 2 क्रॉप सीजन्स। अब ओवर ड्यू के बाद पहला क्रॉप सीजन इसका कब बीतेगा?
26।
दूसरा क्रॉप सीजन
27।
एज ऑन दिस डेट इसका दूसरा क्रॉप सीजन पूरा हो जाएगा और इस डेट को ये क्या हो जाएगा?
एनपीए हो जाएगा।
एनपीए
पहले
हो
आप
जाएगा।
26
ओके,
लिखे थे।
अच्छा 26 था क्या?
हाँ पहले
ओके,
लिखे थे 26, अभी ठीक है।
नहीं वो ठीक है, ठीक, करेक्ट कर लीजिए, वो ओवर ड्यू का था। 26 में वो ओवर ड्यू होगा। ओके, 26 में एनपीए नहीं होगा, वो ओवर ड्यू होगा। मतलब
हम्म।
यहाँ यहाँ पे ओवर ड्यू है, यहाँ भी ओवर ड्यू रहेगा और इधर भी ओवर ड्यू रहेगा। ओके, ऑन 27 इट विल बिकम एनपीए। ओके, 2 क्रॉप सीजन्स कॉन्टिन्यूअसली ओवर ड्यू होना चाहिए। ओके,
यस।
everyone correct. If it was 26, you correct is this. On 26 is what will be its status on 26? Its status on 26 will be overdue, not NPA. Okay,
दो साल बाद ही होगा ना, 26 में ओवर ड्यू होगा, 27 में एनपीए होगा, नॉन परफॉर्मिंग
यस 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 यस
एसेट।
यस सी, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन, मैं फिर से एक्सप्लेन करता हूं, आप फिर से थोड़ा ध्यान दो। मैंने एक लोन दिया 112024 को, और मैंने उसको शॉर्ट टर्म का लोन दिया, और मैंने सिस्टम में उसको डाला कि भाई इस फसल को 1 ईयर लगता है, तो सिस्टम बोलेगा 112025 को दिस विल बी ओवर ड्यू। और कस्टमर रिन्यूअल के लिए 25 में नहीं आया, कस्टमर डिडंट कम फॉर रिन्यूअल ऑन 2025। The next crop season will end on A112026. Still account is overdue. Customer didn't deposit any money. Okay. On next year 112027, this account is still overdue. Customer didn't deposit any money. See, this was the first overdue. One crop season passed. This was the second overdue, and one crop season passed. Means total 2 crop seasons passed and account is overdue. This will be classified as NPA here. Okay, NPA होगा 27 में, 25 overdue, 26 overdue, 27 NPA. Correct?
Yes.
90 days criteria not applicable. If someone says, can an account remain standard beyond 90 days? You will say yes, if it is a agriculture or crop loan, depending on the pattern.
सर इसमें जो 2 इयर्स का उसको टाइम मिलता है कस्टमर को, तो उसमें रिन्यूअल
हाँ,
क्या होता है, रिन्यूअल नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं सर।
renewal means it is overdue. Customer will come and deposit full money and take again new KCC. This is called renewal.
यस सर, समझ गए।
Okay. हाँ,
1 ईयर में
this is
एक
called
बार आके उसको करवाना है सर रिन्यूअल।
हाँ, 1 ईयर में करवाना है उसको केसीसी में। इन केस 1 ईयर, तभी आपको, अगर आपके यहाँ कोई आसपास में लिया हो, आप उसको बोलिए कि अगर वो टाइम से कराएगा तो उसको इंटरेस्ट सब्सिडी मिलती है, गवर्नमेंट उसको इंटरेस्ट कम लगाती है, वो बाद में अकाउंट में क्रेडिट आता है। ओके, दिस विल
ओके
बी बेनिफिशियल।
ओके
बट प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि अगर गवर्नमेंट जाने वाली हो, तो अगर रिन्यूअल करा लिया तो उसको कोई किसान की ऋण माफी नहीं मिलेगी। डेट वेवर, ये अपने यहाँ उल्टा कॉन्सेप्ट चलता है ना, कि जो बंदा
यस
अच्छे से पैसे जमा कर रहा है उसको 0 मिला, और जितने डिफॉल्टर थे सबको 1 लाख 2 लाख रुपए मिला। देन हु विल डिपॉजिट द मनी? नोबडी।
यस
भाई
सर।
अगर केसीसी वाले ने अगर टाइम से पैसे जमा कर दिए, आपने बोला कि जिसका पैसा जमा हुआ है उसको पैसे नहीं मिलेंगे डेट वेवर के, ऋण माफी के। जिन जो डिफॉल्टर थे, जिन्होंने पैसा नहीं जमा किया, उसके पैसे आप दे रहे हो। तो ये जो बंदा पैसे जमा कर दिया फर्स्ट टाइम, वो सेकंड टाइम जमा करेगा क्या? नहीं। व्हाई ही विल मेक अ लॉस? तो अगर गवर्नमेंट जाने वाली हो तो रिन्यूअल कराने से कोई फायदा नहीं है, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट बोलती है ना ऋण माफी, अभी तो नहीं बोल रही, पहले तो योगी बाबा ने भी बोला था ऋण माफी, और उधर तेलंगाना में केसीआर जी ने भी दिया था, महाराष्ट्र में भी चल रहा है ऋण माफी का। तो ये सब चीजें गवर्नमेंट करेगी, इनकम रिकॉग्निशन, और ये हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे, बिकॉज एनपीए वाज द मेन थिंग। अभी एनपीए क्या होता है सबको समझ में आ गया कि नहीं?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
हाँ, वेन केसीसी कब एनपीए होगा, टर्म लोन कब एनपीए होगा। और देखो, इसको मंथ और 3 ईएमआई नहीं है, मतलब इससे 3 ईएमआई नहीं है, ये सिंपल सा है 90 डेज। तो अगर कोई मंथ 30 का है, कोई मंथ 31 का है, ओके, तो अगले मंथ में 30 डेज नहीं लेंगे, 29th डेट को ही वो एनपीए हो जाएगा। करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
3 ईएमआई से नहीं मतलब है, 90 डेज में मनी आना चाहिए। 90 डेज में मनी नहीं आया, उसके ऊपर गया तो वो एनपीए होगा। नेक्स्ट उसके बाद, क्योंकि ये सर्कुलर बहुत लेंदी है और बड़ा है और इम्पोर्टेंट भी है, तो हम इसको धीरे धीरे क्लासेस में खत्म कर लेंगे, क्योंकि जल्दी से खत्म करने से कोई फायदा नहीं अगर आप उसको समझ नहीं पाते हैं। ओके, ठीक है, तो
Okay.
वी विल बी एंडिंग आवर सेशन। इफ एनीथिंग यू वांट टू आस्क, यू मे आस्क। ओके, इफ और कुछ भी अगर कोई चीज नहीं समझ में आ रही, यू जस्ट टेक्स्ट मी। ओके, एंड मैसेज द थिंग्स। ओके,
ओके सर, थैंक्स।
Okay, sir.
और वो पीडीएफ जो भी है उसको आप जो है अच्छे से पढ़ाई करिए, और एट लीस्ट वन टाइम यू नीड टू स्टडी, एट लीस्ट वन टाइम। ओके।
Okay.
ओके,
सर अर्थमेटिक रीजनिंग के लिए क्या प्लान होना चाहिए सर?
अर्थमेटिक रीजनिंग के लिए मैंने बोला है पहले से, प्रीवियस ईयर के पेपर को बार बार इतना प्रैक्टिस करो कि आपके दिमाग में पूरा वो चलने लगे। जस्ट
हम्म।
just previous year, only previous year papers, only do not study कैट लेवल क्वेश्चंस। कि कभी कोई कैट का अभी क्या है ना, बहुत सारा लोग स्मार्ट बनने के लिए आपको बहुत इतने टफ प्रॉब्लम्स लेके आएगा। वो कैट लेवल की प्रॉब्लम है, वो जनरली पूछी भी नहीं जाती, और आप उस पे आपकी स्पीड नहीं आती उससे। द व्हाट इज द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम इन डूइंग वेरी हाई लेवल प्रॉब्लम इज दे रिक्वायर टाइम, देन यू नीड टू थिंक, you need to think in every step. But what banking wants speed only. Calculations, simple calculations, quadratic equations, syllogism, these you just master in these things.
Okay, we need
Okay,
only practice.
only practice previous year questions a number of times, so that when you put your pen in the hand, just you stop when answer is in your hand, not
Okay, sir.
before that. Okay.